I am Ashwath. I and my team are here to ensure a smooth and insightful session. Before we get into the session, let me tell you what Global HR Community is all about. The Global HR Community is of people managers that brings together people managers, business leaders, HR professionals, entrepreneurs, and students to promote excellence through people in individuals, organizations, and society at large through our guiding principles of connect, learn, and grow. The GHRC, as it is popularly called as, has been founded by Sri Ramesh Ranjan, who is the ex-CHR of Schneider Electric India, Shrikant Arimanithaya, who is ex-CHRO and Global Head of EY Delivery, and Dr. S.V. Nathan, ex-CHRO Deloitte India. In a short span of around 9 months, we have around 1,800 members, and we have enlisted Britannia, Machani Group, Questcorp, TE Connectivity, Natural Remedies, iValue, Higher Gain as our corporate members. We have been honored with India 5,000 Top MSME Awards, ranked among the top 10 HR communities in the world by LinkedIn. We are proud to have a thriving community of more than 6,000 followers on LinkedIn. This reflects our global impact and influence. With all this, GHRC has cemented its position as a leader in the HR space. Additionally, we have been selected for final round of NHRD Best Startup Contest. Now coming to the platform, it is built under the guiding principles of discover, connect, learn, grow, and contribute. When it comes to discover, you have more than 70 self-assessment tools and cutting-edge insights to uncover your potential to thrive in people management and leadership. Once you discover yourself, you also need to connect with the other professionals who are into this space. So you can connect with more than 1,800 professionals to build meaningful relationships, access mentorship, and collaborate on impactful initiatives. Along with continuous learning is something that is very important for a professional growth. So we have around 150,000 courses, 25 curated courses, that training in 1,800 plus skills, and we have access to a vast library of resources for lifelong learning and career progression. Once you learn, you also grow along with. So to accelerate your growth, we have a job board, you have gamification features and opportunities to participate in exclusive events and workshops. When you grow, you also contribute, you give back to the society. You shape the future by sharing expertise, mentoring, engaging in community-driven initiatives that drive positive impact and innovation. Now, before we proceed, let us have a look into the video from our own founder, Sri Ramesh Ranjan. Ritika, please.
Yes, sharing it.
Welcome to GHRC, a global digital community platform for people managers. At GHRC, we believe in 3 guiding principles: connect, learn, and grow. Through meaningful connections, continuous learning, and opportunities for growth, we support people managers worldwide in making an impact within their organizations. Under Discover, GHRC offers personalized assessments to help you answer the question, who am I? Our assessments guide you toward a deeper understanding of your strengths, areas for growth, and how you can lead more effectively. In Connect, GHRC brings together a global network of people managers, thought leaders, and innovators. Through our platform, you can build lasting relationships, exchange ideas, and collaborate with peers. In Learn, GHRC provides access to the GHRC Academy and a comprehensive upskilling platform featuring 1,800 plus skills and 150,000 courses across all domains. GHRC supports your journey to grow through our job and internship opportunities, vibrant forums, and engaging gamification features. Connect with peers, explore new roles, and earn rewards while advancing your career and achieving your goals. With Contribute, GHRC enables you to give back and make an impact. Engage in collaborative research, participate in hackathons, and share your expertise through coaching and mentorship. Let's hear what our community members say about us.
If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. So this is the essence of the GHRC, Global HR Community.
We have been a part of GHRC for a while, and it's a vibrant community of like-minded professionals, practitioners. So it's been great to be a part of this journey for the past couple of months, and looking forward to learning and sharing, having a story of growth with GHRC.
I'm really grateful and thankful to be a part of this community. So unlike many communities I've seen, one thing that really caught my attention here is you talk about being a good human being, you talk about people first, and everything else follows from that.
So I feel GHRC is the right community and right platform for everyone to explore further, beyond you, so that, you can learn and grow within the organization or within, as an individual, you'll grow personally. So that's what I see GHRC.
So, why should you join GHRC? As a member, you gain access to a global network of people managers, comprehensive assessments, cutting-edge resources in the GHRC Academy, job and internship listings, an active community, and opportunities to contribute through research and mentorship. GHRC is designed to support your career journey at every step. Join the global HR community today and take the next step in your leadership journey. Together, we're transforming people management worldwide.
Thank you, Ritika. Basically, the video effectively captures the essence of the company. Let me hand over to my colleague, Ritika Halgatti. Ritika, over to you.
Okay. So Ashit, we are doing the networking now, right? Yeah. So I think, so usually before any webinar that we start, we do this thing called networking, where we give everybody a chance, all the participants a chance to, introduce themselves. So I think we can go one-on-one, one by one. You can start introducing yourself, and you can later drop your contact details in the chat box, so we can share it to anybody who is asking for that. I think Ash, you can go first. Ashok.
Yeah, I don't know why it is appearing very short, but my name is Ashok Sharma, and I am from Mumbai. At present, I'm working with the Sotex India Private Limited, which is a Swiss-based MNC, and we are supporting pharma industry we are OEMs. We manufacture pharmaceutical testing equipments. It means that whatever drug we consume, medicine we consume, that need to be tested before it gets validated or produced. So those kind of instrument we are supplying across the globe to all big pharma industry. And in India, we are present last 12 years, and we are growing here. I'm working as an associate director with this company. I had a long tenure with working various companies like Mahindra and Mahindra, Ipca Laboratories, and Auto Ancillaries, and then startup companies. So last 5 years, I am with this company. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ashok. You can drop your contact details as I told in the chat box.
Yes. Contact detail means you want mail ID or something else?
Your mail ID, contact number, company name, location probably.
Yeah, just sure.
So anybody and the participants, if they want to connect with you, they can connect with you directly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you. Manoj, Mayank.
Hi, good morning. My name is Manoj. I've been associated with Sansara Engineering Limited as a manager HR. from past 10 years. Prior to that, I was with Toyota Kirloskar Motors and Fidelity Investments. So I have 15 years of experience in core HR domain. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Manoj.
Yeah.
Next, Gunjan.
Hi, can I talk?
Yes, please.
Yeah, so my name is Shilpa. I'm working with, so I carry 17 years experience in talent acquisition and talent management. Currently, my role is talent acquisition head, and specifically I do for leadership hiring here. And yeah, this is about me.
Thank you, Shilpa.
Hi, can I say this is Ranjan?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Ranjan Mandal and I'm based out of Bangalore. I currently work with an organization named NESL, that's National E-Governance Service Limited, and it's into information neutrality for the financial institutions. The inception happened in 2016 when insolvency bankruptcy code was invoked in the Parliament of India. It's a union government company and I take care of the HR, complete HR, which is in terms of hire to retire, other aspects. And I have about more than 2 decades of experience, starting with GE, JP Morgan, Maersk, and the previous stint was a startup company which was based out of Singapore. It is a great platform, I believe, and I believe I'll get to learn a lot from all the colleagues and fellow members over here, and pretty much excited to part of this committee. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll be pinging my LinkedIn ID so that people can connect with me. That would be good.
Hi everyone, I'm Shobita. So I come with about 18 years of experience in HR. 14 years I worked in L&T as HR, and last 4 years I've started my own HR consulting firm. So we are into recruitment and training. So that's about it.
Thank you, Shobita. Welcome to GHRC webinar.
Hi, good morning, everyone. This is Samuel Datta. I work as a head HR and administration with a company known as Stream Asia Advisors Private Limited. It's a consulting and advisory company, and we provide support to various companies, various industries, and also to not-for-profit sector. Apart from that, I'm also a co-founder of a foundation by the name of Wings of Wisdom Foundation, which we started in 2023. Apart from that, I have more than 2 decades of experience, and I work with various companies, including Reliance, including Rockefeller Foundation, and many more. So this is about me, and I'm very happy to be part of this cohort. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Samuel, for joining GHRC webinar. I hope you have a good experience.
Well, hi, Ritika, and hi, everyone. This is Ashwini. I head the HR department at Venturesoft India Private Limited. So we are a US-based company based in California, Pleasanton. And here in Bangalore, we have our offshore delivery center. I am really happy to be a part of this webinar, and I would like to thank GHRC, to have been conducted this webinar. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ashwini.
I myself, Gunjan here. I'm based out in Bangalore. So I'm basically heading a company called Maconis AI. We into analytics and semi-country-based organization. So I'm basically head for a global HR function. I do take care of India, Australia, and Canada together. So moreover, it's been 12 years into industry. So prior to the current organization, I was associated with GE Healthcare, JP Morgan, Chase, and Siemens in my early organization. So this is more about my KRA and more about my role involved into core HR function and TA front. And I appreciate GHRC to organize this, connecting event. So it will definitely give a boost to our networking functions. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you so much, Gunjan. Your words of appreciation means a lot.
Thank you.
We look forward to have more such interactive webinars.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. This is Prasanna. I work with Indigo Airlines. I head the HR analytics and the digital transformation for them. I have about close to 14 to 15 years of experience. Previously, I was with EY, where Sri was my boss and mentor. Through him, I joined the GHRC, and this is one of the programs that I'm keenly looking for. And thank you, everyone.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Kanishk, and I also work in Indigo Airlines in Prasanna's team. I'm a senior manager with approximately 6 years of experience, and seeing how we are implementing a lot of new initiatives in our team. I think the agile methodology is something which we can really leverage to make sure that we are as efficient and as fast as possible in implementing that. And thanks a lot to GHRC for arranging this webinar. So really looking forward to it. Thank you.
Hey, hi, hello everyone. This is Sukhdev. I am also from Prasanna's team, working in Indigo Airlines, and here I'm taking care of data analytics in HR department. I carry around 10 years of experience, worked in some of the well-settled organizations like ITC and Times of India and couple of startups as well, and handling a lot of projects and different kind of work over here. So looking to learn a lot from this webinar so that I can take it back to my workplace and contribute it in much better way. Thank you.
Thank you, Sukhdev and Prasanna. And we have so many people.
Hi all, this is Nitya. I'm working as a HR Senior Talent Acquisition at CoinBX. I have 10 plus years of experience in technical recruitment. I'm very excited to participate this webinar.
Thank you, Nitya. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. This is Thomas Raj. I'm from Chennai. I have about 21 plus years of experience in the HR field. Currently, I work with a company named GS Lab Yavs Technologies. We are into IT services and product and digital engineering. Now, I head the global learning and development, leadership development, and the data AI and analytics in HR. So look forward to learn more on the Agile certification for HR. And thank you for this invite. Look forward to learn more. Thank you.
Viraya, I think you can go next. We have Deepesh. Are we done with everybody's introduction?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Deepesh, you are.
Yeah, actually I have joined with two devices. Laptop is giving technical issue, and just as a backup, I started with mobile.
Your voice is echoing.
Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better now.
Yeah, so my name is Dipesh Goyal. I am from India, Pune. I have close to 20 plus years of experience. I have worked in 10 companies, and I am very passionate about human capital management and looking forward to learn many things from this networking platform with so many experienced professionals. And I am currently working on AI ML cloud-based solution for HR transformation. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepesh. Do we have anybody else? Viraya, I think you're trying to talk, but you're not audible.
Ma'am, I'm outside. I will call. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, yes, Viraya, you are audible.
Yeah, ma'am, my name is Viraya. I'm in a private sector and supporting the HR filing and whatever is there, data entry and whatever is there in the HR. Recently I joined GSR, GHR team and looking for I need more growth in HR side. More skills and all that. That's why I need to check HR field. That's why I joined the group. Okay.
I think, Viraya, you can drop a text in the chat box because your voice is quite fumbling.
Yeah, ma'am. I'm an outsider. I'm traveling bike. I'm a student side and a bike and I call.
Okay, okay, sure. I think
Okay,
you can drop
I will.
and people
I
can
will
reach out to you. Thank you so much. Do we have anybody else for the introduction? I think we are done with the introduction. We'll go ahead with the webinar.
Yeah,
So
quickly, Ritika.
Yes.
Just to check, I think, did I miss your introduction or?
No, I will do it now.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, hi everybody, good morning and welcome to today's webinar, Agile Certification Practitioners 2025 and beyond. I am Ritika Halakati from Global HR Community. I work as a HR and a event manager at Global HR Community. So today it's my absolute pleasure to introduce our distinguished speaker, Dr. Azmathulla Khan, a seasoned mentor, advisor, and a consultant with extensive experience in guiding CXOs and professionals through various PMI certifications, including PMI CP, PMI ACP, and more. He is the CEO of Wandemi Private Limited and is recognized as an international awardee and business growth mentor. Dr. Khan is also an instructor on Udemy, offering educational courses in his areas of expertise. Welcome to GHRC's webinar, Azmat. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ritika. And thank you, everyone. I think it was a lot of introduction and it's, you've come for a serious learning on a Saturday morning. Thank you so much. That means a lot. And, the biggest energy any mentor or a trainer or a coach gets is from the participants, and that's from you. Thank you so much, all of you. So today we are going to talk about HR Agile Certified Practitioners from 2025 and beyond. So what has changed? What is changing? And if you talk about what is required in HR Agile today is CA. Now you must be wondering, what is that CA? So any guesses what is that CA? We need CA for HR Agile to happen, right? So what is that CA? CA, one is the change management. Are you driving that organizational transformation consistently? And second in that A is artificial intelligence. So we need both, right? If you have to really drive agile HR, you need change management as well as artificial intelligence. So let's talk about some of the key takeaways which you're going to get today. Is apply agile principles effectively in HR specific projects. Now there can be a lot of HR specific projects. Which are those? Recruitment, appraisal reviews, training and development. Now with a lot of this workforce planning and things are quite dynamic in today's world. We are also living in a partial gig economy in today's world, right? So how do you apply HR specific in each of the HR specific projects, including HRIS projects, right? Way back 2 decades back, when I was working in Wipro as a HRIS consultant, right? That's where so much of transformation happened in companies like that, right? So this is how it got evolved. So HR specific projects are pretty important, and it needs structure in place. Now, what is that we will look at? We'll look at how do we manage 2025 HR priorities like organizational transformation, then DEI and workforce skilling using agile practices. What are the different frameworks which HR professionals should master, like Scrum, Kanban, SAFe, disciplined agile for HR project management? So we need to know at least how it is being done so that it can be applied in day-to-day life. And there's lots to add there. And also enhance collaboration, responsiveness, and continuous improvement in HR teams, which will be covered. And finally, you will not stop without a certification. So you'll be given an assessment. I've given an assessment link. It has 10 important questions. It will help you analyze whether you understand the HR agile practices at the foundation level. So we can't say in 2 hours we'll give you the entire expert level, but definitely the foundation level, which is required for every HR professional, every CHRO and things like that, right? So future of artificial intelligence in human resource management is well known. And since few years, we are talking about it. And the biggest of all the transformation was appointing a CEO who works 24/7. So there is no stoppage of number of hours. The efficiency is still maintained. And that's what the artificial intelligence does. So can you appoint a CEO or can you appoint people using artificial intelligence? We know that there's a Polish rum company, which is Dictator, has made history by appointing Mika as an artificial intelligence humanoid robot as a CEO. Every decision, every analysis is so meticulous with this approach. So we'll talk about what is the traditional HR versus HR agile transformation. In typical traditional HR transformation, what happens is we take through a process. We have all the processes, right from hiring till retire. So this is where we are still, having a lot of, old patterns as well, right? Okay, and we need to work from morning 9 till evening 8. Okay, have we looked at what is the outcome generated? What is the value being generated by each individual? Is that visible? Is it coming out clearly from people from across the company, from even HR department as well? So there is a gap. That delta is still a big one, right? Now this is where when you start experimenting, agility is only for experimenting. And we are living in the VUCA world. We are living in a very uncertain world. We don't know what's happening with technology, with changes, with dynamism, with geopolitical ecosystem. Everything is changing, right? So can we apply agility at every stage, right from the recruitment? Can we apply lean principles right from the early stage and remove unwanted wait times, hold times, and things like that, and make it efficient every time? That is the transformation which we are talking about now. And in order to do this transformation, the scope is not limited. Scope is spread across, right from workforce planning to talent acquisition, to procurement and contracting. Procurement is hiring, right? Hiring even vendors. Procurement is integral part of HR. Let me tell you this. Hiring a vendor is part of the HR department, actually, but we still have a separate procurement department where HR aligns and works with them. And then performance management, the reviews mechanism. It is not like how we used to do like yearly appraisals. Today, the feedbacks are instantaneous. Can we have a mechanism of instant feedback, like a check-in chats, like a Gemba walk? So we'll talk about these when we go into the more details, but do we have those performance management mechanisms in the company in every system? It's not just HR department alone, but the entire organization as a whole. So professional development. Now, we don't want to do development for the sake of development. We need to analyze what is the value which we can generate. Can we implement it closest to the implementation? When you do the training or mentoring, can we implement it, even a small fraction of it? Let's say from the Mindtree journey, I can share that what we had created. We created something called as Mindtree Certified Project Manager for the organization and Mindtree Certified Program Manager. And we did it in a way that it's practical. We didn't do from the theoretical standpoint. We trained them. We had mentors. along with that, who will assess, review, guide, ensure that they are successful. The idea is to make them successful. Professional development is also about making them successful. We identify their aspirations and preferences, not just strengths and weaknesses of each individual, and align with the business goals. That is the kind of a professional development which we are talking about in today's world, and that's what will help you design the organization, what is required, what is expected in today's agile HR world, which is with a lot of artificial intelligence is there, a lot of change management and transformation is there, and we need to have a diversity, equity, and inclusion practices strongly applied as far as the scope. So application of AI in HR is quite there. I'm just taking a sample of it. It's a huge ocean in its own. Like in talent acquisition and recruitment today, the trend is very simple. If you go to LinkedIn, anywhere for that matter, right? How we are adopting agility or even artificial intelligence in recruitment is making a huge difference, in which you are not spending a lot of time and energy in screening huge set, because it's all ATS compliant and everything is being handled in a more structured way, and you can do it like customized version for your own companies as well, right? That's how it is designed. And orientation of new recruits, it has again artificial intelligence like assess what is their pattern, like aspirations, preferences, can they match to the organizational goals and objectives, and then assign, not make them frustrated. Can we do that right from the day one? Can we create an experience for our people in the company? Then training them. Training is a very important aspect, right? Training, mentoring, coaching, these are the three different areas. Training more from the best practices and theoretical standpoint, but mentoring is from experience. Can we have a combination of training, mentoring, and coaching? Coaching is probing, getting them bring out the best out of individuals, right? Coaching is all about bringing the best out of individuals, not give a solution, but bringing out best out of the individuals. We know that best of the best batsmen in the world were coached by someone like Sanjay Bangar. Sanjay Bangar was not a great batsman compared to Tendulkar, but he was coached, right? So coach need not be full expert, but trainers and mentors are, because trainers will talk from the best practices, mentors will talk from the experiences, and we need that mentoring ecosystem in the company and outside that as well. So enhancement of employee experience will come from all these. It's not it's right from the acquisition of a employee, which makes the brand of the company, and that's what we all know. So application of AI is it's transforming the way we are doing it every stage, right? From assessment, performance reviews, and leadership development, and driving them to the next level, like succession planning and things like that, right? So overall HR priorities are what? Increase ROI, guys. HR is a business function now. HR is not a cost center. HR is a very profitable center. I have been the HR professional since 2 decades. I've been into SAP HR. I've been a part of the real talent engagement and development from Wipro days till, the way I have scaled up and went into CXO level for a Fortune 500 company, because I thought HR is always a profit center and it helps in increasing ROI for the company. Always my thought process was that, always, and has been there and will be forever. Deliver reliable results. HR is focused on delivering reliable results, because people trust. CEO is trusting you and expect uncertainty. We are living in a VUCA world. We can expect uncertainty, and the moment we expect uncertainty, the agility comes into picture, artificial intelligence comes into picture, change management comes into picture. It goes hand in hand. Okay, it's not separated. Unleash creativity and innovation. We need that, right? Today even though we are having large companies, we want that startup mindset, we want that motivation level, we want that reversals is possible, and that can come with that startup mindset in our employees. Can they feel that it's their own company? Can they feel they are partners in the company? They don't require an equity, but can they feel that they are partners in the company? And that is what we instill when we encourage creativity. Can we help in boosting their performance and improve effectiveness and reliability? This is what is the core priorities of every HR. Okay, the real priority. And the methodology we use is, there are 5-stage methodologies, right? Like discovery. First you identify, lay the groundwork, why you have to do what you have to do as a whole, and then do the planning, the execution, review, and improvement. This is the standard structure, right? Initiating, planning, executing, monitoring, and controlling, and really continuously improve, right? To get to the next level. So there is a HR mindset transition as well, right? There's a shift from clusters, different departments. Okay, it's your responsibility and things like that, to our responsibility. It's a collaboration. It's an integration for the entire organization. You cannot work in clusters and silos. Departments cannot just do something out of the blue and it will add to the company. It doesn't. It has to follow a collaboration. It has to follow a shared understanding, right? This is where improved team collaboration as a whole makes a difference. And even if you have vendors, they should not think that they are outsiders. They should think that they are contributing to the business like a partner and collaborate, right? From fixed to failure, be open to experimentation and iterating. That means we don't want to go with the standard traditional approach always. We don't want to wait for things to happen. We should make things happen. And to make things happen, we have to do experimentations. We should try it out with different means in small cycles. That's where the agility will come into picture. That the 2-week cycle which started coming in, right? When there is uncertainty, people started doing agile. That's how it started, right? In 2001 and all. It started because we were all uncertain with the way things were moving. And they broke it down into smaller pieces. Experimenting within that smaller pieces is not costly. So fail fast, fail differently every time is encouraged in agile world. So continuous feedback is the key, better adaptability and measuring them from every year to every day. Look at how everyone is making a good progress. We want them to be successful rather than pointing out critics at the end of 1 year when employees are being appraised, right? So this is why the mindset is quite different. It's between being agile and doing agile. Now there's a difference, right? Being agile versus doing agile. So what is that which is being agile and doing agile? There are a lot of frameworks in agile. Now we may get overwhelmed. Don't worry. You don't have to be sticking on to each framework. It is a customization. If you know the frameworks, you will know what to implement from that framework in that particular situation. It will differ. Practically, it will differ. And that is why we say being agile is important. The mindset is important. The thought process which has come in from all these steps is very important to get there. Now, there are steps to implement, like when you have to implement Agile HR, right? Basic steps is we start with root cause analysis. Why are we doing something? What is the real root cause? And root cause is going deep into that problem, right? Every leader has the trait of deep diving. And we expect today every employee should have a trait of deep diving. Can they identify the root cause? Can they attack the issue versus attacking an individual when there is a conflict? So identify the root cause, evaluate the need for resources, what will be the value for the company each time, set the goals, roles, and responsibility which is aligned with their personal aspirations, not just give them what they have to do. Involve them and create it, co-create it. That's where the agility will help you. Start with pilot version and implement the final. So these are the typical steps of implementing Agile HR. And there's a very nice compass. It's called Bright Line Transformation Compass. I'm repeating it. It's called Bright Line Transformation Compass for change management. When you're doing this agility, right, in your company, Agile HR organizational transformation, your workforce mapping and skilling, the Bright Line Transformation Compass plays a vital role. Now, what is there in this Bright Line Transformation Compass? Let me, articulate here. For example, you carefully observe there are 5 building blocks. Okay, this is the first one. Okay, this is the second one. This is the third one. And outside you have one more, right? If you look at it carefully, there is this first is broken down into 2 parts. So you have fourth one as well from this itself. Yeah. So the first and fourth are here. Sorry. Let me just go back. So you see first and fourth are in the outer circle, and second and third are in inner circle, and fifth one is in center. Now carefully understand these building blocks, how it's built up. So when you look at outer circle, you have customer insights and mega trends, means global mega trends. Now, what is customer insights? Who are your customers? Typically, let's say if you're working internally, you have your employees are your customers, your department heads are your customers and things like that. If you're working for an external project, obviously your customers are coming from outside world, right? Now, there is also competitors. Carefully observe. Everywhere there is competitors. Even for the way you are handling your departments, the department, if they are your customers, there are competitors to that as well. That means you have to be really watchful that how different departments in different companies are operating versus my departments in this company is operating. So because I have to care for my customer insights, what is that they are expecting? What are the global mega trends which are happening? We can't live without artificial intelligence. We can't live without agile. We can't live without organizational transformation. So that is an outside inputs which we get from the industry, right? So are we adopting both? That both these will be the outer layer. But what is inner layer is the transformation operating system, the culture which you have created in the company. The culture which we have created is the transformation operating system, right? So the third layer is the culture. And culture could be what? Okay, we might say, okay, there is a lot of debate, right? This 90-hour work week, 70-hour work week. Let's keep that aside for a moment. But what is the kind of a culture we want? We want a flat, adaptable culture where people can reach out to each other. Like, they should not have an hesitation. Do they have a psychological safety? They feel that they can be on their own, because we can get the best out of an individual when they are on their own, not that they behave something else. That transformation operating system is very important. And do we have some kind of volunteering champions in the company? Now that is pretty important, right? If you want to have like volunteering champions here, this will make a huge difference in your transformations. Whether, let's say, from recruitment team, do you have champions, you have volunteers who are willing to add something to the ecosystem by suggesting few ideas openly without any hesitation? Do they want to drive it themselves? Like let's say they say, oh, this is the problem we find in the entire recruitment process. Can we cut down some of the wait times and hold times and approval mechanisms which is delaying? Can we introduce some system which can automate and move us faster? Can that thinking be brought in from the champions within the company internally? Like, do you have the volunteering champions in the company? Can we build those? If we have that, then the internal ecosystem gets strengthened. Only when you have this entire thing, there is a concept called Atkar, which is from Proshai, right? For the change management. And that concept is called, are you aware of the change? Atkar is, are you aware of the change? Are you having a desire to support the change? Okay. Are you having a knowledge to support the change? Do you have an ability to upgrade and maintain up to the latest knowledge in the industry to make sure that change happens? And most importantly, which is, can you reinforce the change to stick? Because that is the most difficult part. Okay, when you start with something, it might get dropped out because there will be a lot of pushback. And that is where this Atkar model comes in. And this will help us to reach our North Star, which is the goals and vision of the company. Believe it or not, the compass, this magnetic compass will point right North Star if you get all these 5 building blocks in place. And that's why it's called Bright Line Transformation Compass. This particular transformation compass is critical for everyone, HR heads, CEOs, everyone to take into consideration when they are implementing transformations in their company for every single activity. Okay. Now with that, we also have a lot of ways to analyze, like, since this is a HR community, right? You know that there is a wheel of life, right? Where we'll say, how do we, just like similar to this, there's a round wheel of life which says clearly, how much we have scoring on, on our career, on our personal front, on our finance and everything. You might rate 10 out of 10 when you have clarity, when you have success. When you're not having a clarity, what happens? The rating drops. Similarly, we look at suitability filter. It's called suitability filter. Okay. So here you look at the culture, the team, and how the delivery is handled, the project management and everything, right? And when you look at the culture, you will see what is the buy-in. Is there a full buy-in? Is there a transparency? Is there a trust? Is there a decision-making ability in your company? Obviously the ratings will be very high on a scale of 1 to 10. But the reality is this: what you see here in today's world, we are in the agile ecosystem because the trust, the buy-in, the culture, the decision, the team, expected team size for any initiative, the experience, everything is vague today. It's like sometimes overestimate. That's why you see a lot of layoffs, right? Wrong estimation, and the leadership drives layoffs. It's because the thought process is not connected to the organizational goals and objectives. It is not connected to the strategic initiatives like projects, programs, all those which is structured. And how much we need is also, we are not sure. We just try and pile up. And at one point you keep firing. And we see so much of news around layoffs. Now there is also another concept called silent quitting, and a lot of other quitting mechanism, revenge quitting. I'm sure this trend is catching up so much. People are just posting on the social sites. It's like a revenge quitting. People are not afraid in today's world, and that's the problem. The moment it becomes like that, right? uh, Nothing is good for any company or a brand if we don't fix it. So that's why we have to fix through agility always. Okay, suitability filter is important. That's where you start engaging with the stakeholders, analyze the stakeholders. Every stakeholder through or transformation will be going through these concept called seam. Like in the cricket, seam will help you to get the wickets. You can move the seam of, you can move the ball the way you want through the seam, right? The same concept applies with engaging with the stakeholders. We know the stakeholders will be unaware at the initial stage when they are going through transformations, when they are implementing projects, especially agile projects. There will be resistance as well. Like many people are resistant about artificial intelligence. They think their jobs are going to go off. Automations, artificial intelligence changes are always resisted. Now, can we ensure that we move the people from unaware to resistant to neutral and supportive and leading? The idea is to move towards supporting and leading. Can we move our force towards supporting and leading, right? Can we really do that? That's our focus in today's world. And in order to do that, we have something called a stakeholder analysis grid every week. At the start of the week, you can use this tool, and it's game-changing tool. It might look very simple, but it's game-changing tool. Now, what it does? Let's say you start the week. It's like Agile HR week, right? The start of the week in the terms of recruitment, training and development, and performance appraisals and everything. Whatever you want to do, you can, or HRIS implementation, you can think of power interest grid, because there are stakeholders involved in every project, every initiative. Now we need to know who are the high power, high interest stakeholders. There are high power, high interest stakeholders, right? Now those would be in this area. We need to manage them very closely. High power, high interest, like the CEO, CFO, obviously CHRO, you guys and others also are high power, high interest for any initiative. But what happens sometimes, even the high power will lose an interest, and that high power, high interest person will be high power, low interest. When there is a low interest, let's say a CFO has lost interest in something and not sponsoring your projects, not sponsoring your initiatives, not sponsoring anything. So why is that? How do we fix them? We need to keep them satisfied. How? By going deep into the problem, understand what has dropped their interest levels. So this is why this grid is very important. Have a high power, high interest, always focused, and make sure that they don't lose the interest, and move them back to the high power, high interest by continuously engage them. So once you manage closely all the high power, high interest, they will not drop. But even if they drop, understand the root cause, fix it, move, keep them satisfied, and move ahead. And when you start the week, right, look at where the stakeholders are along with your team. Whoever stakeholders are there, let's say you are working with various partners, vendors, department heads, and everyone, or even customers for that matter. See what is their interest levels in your initiatives. They still think HR is a cost center or profit center? Because HR is a profitable center, most profitable center ever, and it transforms an organization to a whole new level if it is done properly, right? So this is where this keep satisfied would be very, very important. And there are cases where your team members might have lost interest as well. So what do? When your team members lose interest, they are in the low power, low interest, right? Which is bad. This is a bad zone. So carefully observe that your team members should not lose interest, and they should move to low power, high interest. That means they should be kept informed. See, transparency plays a huge role. I know we'll deal with a lot of confidential things, but with our team, we should have the trust and transparency and things like that. And they should also have a trust on you, both sides, right? There should be some kind of a mutual collaboration there, and that is where you keep them informed. And wherever you need to keep the organization informed, right, whatever it is possible in the form of newsletters or any mechanism, let's keep them informed. See, if you keep stakeholders in this zone, we are great. Our transformation, our agility, whatever initiatives we take will work. Okay, so this is very, very fundamental for every agile HR practices as well. And when we talk about agile, this cannot be forgotten. You will have a vision, HR vision would be there for the company. You will have a HR backlog in place, like which are the initiatives which we want to take. And when you have the HR backlog, you will have a story mapping as well. Like what is that we want to create as an experience for an employee during acquisition, talent acquisition? What is the experience we want to create post acquisition? What is the experience we want to keep create even after post retire? Can the person come back? Like Cognizant CEO is very proudly saying that 10,000 people have returned back to our company. That moment is a great feeling for any company. If your ex-employees are willing to join you back, that is a big achievement, trust me. And that will be part of your story mapping and user stories which you create. And you'll start with every initiative, whether it's talent acquisitions or what. You work with the team, make sure you deliver to the organization, to the customer, get the feedback. There's a feedback loop which is very, very important. You have to take surveys, feedbacks, whatever it takes. And that will be done in a structured way like a Scrum as well, right? Where you have your target. The definition of done as a word in Scrum is all about target and goals for every activity which you do in sprints. And if it is met, obviously we are delivering continuously many HR projects and services going forward. And if there is a substandard idea, you keep dropping them. There's no problem. Fail fast, fail differently. We want it to be fail. We want to encourage people to experiment. We want our teams to encourage fail fast, fail differently, fail fast and fail differently each time, because we are not going to lose much if we do that. Okay. So there is always that iterations, right? HR iterations will flow in the organization. It starts from the vision, and you will have continuous, there will be goals for that. There will be goals set. That's called definition of done, like an acceptance criteria. And that goal is defined in a way, we know that the KRAs and KPIs and goals and objectives should be following certain standards. I'm not going to go there. But what is important is, based on that, are you measuring the progress? Are you removing the blockers? Are you coaching people continuously to make sure that this is working? Because it's in high action zone. Agile means it's in high action zone, and within limited time, you'll achieve more. The idea is, within limited time, in 2 weeks, what you will achieve, probably you would have not achieved in 2 months with the other cycle. Right? That is the progress which you will make, and that's how the projects are delivered. And just take a simple example of recruitment. When you define the requirements, you source the candidates, and what you do, then you schedule initial calls and screenings, accept the candidates. If it's very great, it's fine. If not, you continue to do that, and it has to be done in a very routine ways, right? So we have the structures in place for those Scrum initiatives for everything. Whether it's Kanban, that was Scrum. Now we are talking about Kanban. Kanban means it places into 2, 3, or 4 different columns, like to do, in progress, done, and things like that. Or you move from phases to phases, like applied, how many, who has applied, what are their names, what is a phone screening, how many are on-site interview, how many turned up into offer. I'm just giving a simple example of recruitment here, but it can be applied for every single area, and you can structure it in Kanban boards as well, which can help you to manage things faster, right? You can really because the visualization can help you to do a lot of things much better and faster with artificial intelligence and visualization and agility. It can help you to achieve lots more faster. And there are more detailed ones. Of course, I'll not go into too much detail, but trust me, this is all about the entire organizational management. Look, enterprise HR agility requires looking at the portfolio as a whole, programs and different projects you're doing, how the teams are working, what are the backlogs at different levels, what is the connecting dot you're having from the epics to features to story maps and everything, right? Those will be things which you will get familiar with when you go detailed into this. So this is the scaled agile framework approach. And today we are even beyond. We are in the disciplined agile toolkit. It has 1,500 frameworks embedded with it, and the concept is being agile again. So there is enterprise level initiatives, there are people management, there is all the things, all the departments will combine here in the form of process blades. So it's a way of structuring and bringing the disciplined agile delivery. Okay, in simple terms, this is what the disciplined agile delivery or mindset is for human resource management. So there are philosophies, principles, promises, guidelines where we adhere to when we are driving it, because people aren't resources anymore. Okay, there's a lot beyond artificial intelligence and resources and things, and people are beyond that, and there is a lot to go beyond just asking them to work, right? Today it's not about telling, it's about collaborating, and that's how the enterprise agility will work. So that's where you can energize people, enable people, inspire leadership, inspire people, enable the culture and structural fit, and reward for agile behaviors. We don't stop without recognitions, right? So it will definitely be part of your agile implementations as well. And there are a lot of principles, promises, and guidelines around that to achieve these, the disciplined agile mindset. Like the psychological safety, carefully observe, is the biggest factor to this promises, right? We want the psychological safety for our entire ecosystem. They should be on their own, and they should tell what they are expecting. When you make them partners, right, they will not complain. They'll not say, you didn't give me salary hike. Trust me, in 90 days, I know that when the founders decided, we can't lay off anyone, but can we all take a pay cut together because we want to save our every single employee. Everyone decided. That is the connect between the leaders and the people when you do it systematically, right? And when you do it, taking them into confidence. So a lot of these principles and toolkits will be useful for, and there's 1,500 plus frameworks around this disciplined agile mindset. So I'm not going to go into each of them, but what you saw is a gist of Scrum, Kanban, Safe, Scaled Agile. That is part of the disciplined agile as well. Okay. So why agile matters in HR? HR is evolving in response to rapid business changes today. Traditional HR models are too rigid for today's fast-paced ecosystem. We are living in a very fast-paced environment, and we can't run without agile HR. There is no alternative. We are already in 2025, and there's no alternative to this. CEOs are hired as agile human robot today, right? So humanoid robots are driving companies to a next level. Global companies, I'm not talking about local companies, global companies are driven by that. Okay. So agile enables HR to be flexible, responsive, and innovative, encourages iterative improvements, transparency, and collaboration. We still need that human touch. That's why people are not resources. Okay. There are several HR case studies which I can show here, like how agile HR drives measurable impact in recruitment, learning and development, and performance management. I've taken only these three, but there are many areas also in HR, right? So I'm talking about a global tech firm, which is Fortune 500 company, where, adopting agile recruiting, which is, they had a challenge, like hiring cycles took 65 days. When it took 65 days, what they did, carefully observe, causing delays and lost candidates, they implemented Kanban hiring pipeline. So that Kanban boards hiring pipeline clear, the clarity was there, everyone was able to see, the visibility was very clear. And then they shifted to also Scrum Ban, which is called sprint based hiring, where they said, okay, let's take it only this particular piece, what is the value which we are adding, and let's change our recruitment approach. So they did start doing some experiments as well. So sprint based hiring was done within that cycle. So they didn't take it like a 2-month cycle or a 3-month cycle for niche skills. They took it at a 2-week cycle and started implementing, and they got faster responses. So because 50% faster time to hire from 65 days to 30 days. That was an improvement which was noticed. Okay. And offer acceptance rate increased. Now that's gold, right? For HR talent acquisition, particularly, if offer acceptance rates are increased to 89%, it's great, because it's so much of competition and so much of counter offering which happens today. And candidates are also smart. They'll take one offer, they'll give a notice, and they'll say they'll try many other companies, and they get few more offers in hand. So 40% decrease in candidate drop-off rate. Okay. And 35% improvement in recruiter efficiency. These are really striking statistics when it comes to hiring, right? Now,
Dr. Khan, is it possible for you to share which company it is? Because I'm sure there's not something negative connotation.
I can share it offline because it's not a public, since it's a recorded thing, right? So
okay.
Also, it's a Fortune 500 company where I worked as well.
Okay.
So there is also a leading financial services company. This is one of my clients in Canada. Okay. So what exactly happened is they had traditional classroom training led to low retention and high costs. And the solution was introducing micro learning and assessing based on that. See, because micro learning gives you faster feedbacks, right? We don't want to make it too large, too complex, and not assess them. So micro learning helps a lot. So AI personalized learning paths and gamification. Now this changed. We don't want to make it like in their LMS system itself. What we did is we ensured we had this, the artificial intelligence based personalized learning paths, like for different roles, different projects which they are handling. We automatically build that LLMs which can help them to gamify that entire process. So this micro learning helped them, where training retention increased actually, because earlier the trainings were not happening so well, especially during that virtual ecosystem, right? They were almost like literally not taking it till someone comes and tells. So this automatically increased. They started liking it, and it shifted to 80%, which is big. So L&D costs reduced by 60%. So look, we are making profit as a company. We are generating ROI as HR folks, and employee engagement in training improved by 45%, and employees completed projects 30% faster. It's an alarming thing, because we know the industry-wide statistics, right? Projects go live, and after some time, after celebration, also the project is called off and said, whatever you have implemented is not working for our business. Now, in that scenario, if you can have employees completed projects 30% faster, more efficient, outcome based, that was all driven based on the L&D. Now that's a game-changing thing for company, and this is one of the leading financial services company based out of Canada. And there is also global consumer goods company. Okay, so this had this performance management thing. They had some challenges, like annual performance reviews were always ineffective, and they were finding that by end of the year we are taking a performance review which is not generating good vibes. People are not happy about it, because they will always question why our feedbacks were not given timely. Why are you saying it now after a year that you're not going to get promotion, you're not going to get this hike? Why is this managed this way? That was the concern of this company, and it's a global company with only 35% employee satisfaction was there. Now with this 360-degree performance tracking and continuous feedback approach and weekly check-in chats, like the Gemba walk, right? In Gemba walk, what happens? Toyota introduced this Gemba walk way back, where the supervisor goes to the floor and helps out the team members to be successful, not micromanage. Gemba walk is not going and seeing what you're doing, why are you not doing this and all. Gemba walk is about guiding them, going to their floor and say, hey, I'll support you in making this successful. Can we do that? That is called Gemba walk. And that Gemba walk concept is applied in virtual world today in check-in chats. Today, every manager, every supervisor, every leader in the company should adopt check-in chats, guaranteed check-in chats, weekly, sometimes 2 times a week. If you have a check-in, understand one-to-one, because people don't speak out in group. And one-to-one check-in chats is super helpful to help them become successful, where supervisor goes deep into their system background, that code check and GitHub and everything they do, and guide them accordingly where they need to make changes. Even the supervisor may not be skilled in that area, that supervisor can take someone's help, get those inputs and help the candidate. The idea is to support my person to be successful, and that is today's performance management. Not about doing it at the end. No more annual appraisals, appraisal every day, reviews every day, guidance every day, and help them all to be successful. That is the intent, right? Obviously there will be rank and review and filtering, some bottom 5% will go out. That's a different story. But in all cases, that will happen through the feedbacks itself. If someone says, no, I don't want to improve, you keep giving feedback, that obviously that person would leave. But why create that bad taste at the end of 1 year? Let's not do that. So employee dissatisfaction with reviews dropped to 18%. That is an achievement from 35%. Significant. Employee productivity increased by 27%. Turnover rate reduced by 22%. That means we are actually having less attrition. 90% of the managers felt more confident in performance discussions after this, because it's so transparent, so clear, visible right from the beginning, to make sure that our teams are successful in performance. That's why Agile has to be adopted everywhere, not just in IT projects. It's there everywhere in every initiative, and how you do it is very, very important. So basic summary here is faster hiring in recruitment and improved candidate.
Dr. Khan, I have a question. Can I ask if that's okay?
Please go ahead.
So from all the 3 examples that you've given, okay, I have a very fundamental question. Now, this can be seen as an initiative of a transformation or a digital transformation, or from the problem statement with whatever the results that has come. How you are calling it this as an agile solution? Is it because it can be bucketed under any category. What makes this to be an agile solution, or how do you want to shift the lens for us to perceive that this is an agile solution?
Okay, good. Very good. Excellent question. Thank you so much, Mr. Prasanna. Very good question. Now, carefully observe. I keep telling everyone, I have a statement given for all my leadership programs. When they say they were following a predictive and waterfall model, like a step by step, and wait for things, like you go in a structured way, do everything together. No, we'll come first, get every policy principle in place, and then we'll start. That was a mindset always, right? Now I said, okay, we are living in an uncertain world. Don't expect that it is going to flow smoothly. First of all, that mindset should be there, that it can't go smoothly just like that. We're not in a world where everything is predicted, right? So I said, let's break it down into smaller parts. Instead of taking it like one full implementation, 2 months of policy definition, and then taking this process and that process, that was a typical way of doing everything, right? I said, do it within 2 weeks. Whatever you want to do, fast. Look at plan, do, check, act, see whether it's working or not. If it's not working, drop it out. That is agile. When you say it's a sample of the predictive cycle, agile is a sample of the predictive cycle. So whatever you wanted to do for 12 months, do it in the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. That's it. And do it in smaller pieces. Don't take everything. Take only the topmost items. Because agile principles, there are 12 major principles in typical agile, right? One of the biggest principle is simplicity. Simplicity means art of maximizing the amount of work not done. That is what it says. Now, what does that say? I might have 1,000 things to do in my organization, but do I require all the 1,000 to be done on day one? Not necessary. What is critical for my company to grow today? One practice. Let's take one practice. Take that practice and go deep into it and implement it. Get it live. Instead of waiting for months to complete the policies. See, we spend a lot of time in refining our policies and everything, right? Let's do it in shorter cycles and break it down and do it and experiment and get the vibes. Then you add more things to it. That's called increments, business increments, minimum business increments, right? You add more to sustain and grow in that company. That's the mindset. So it's more, as I said, being agile here. Versus doing agile. Not just take Scrum, Kanban and all, but take what is appropriate. Scrum can work in few cases. Kanban in many cases. Kanban works magically in almost every case. And then you might also use disciplined agile toolkit, because you might think, okay, Kanban is only for few initiatives which has a limited set of variables. So you might want to do, the scaled Scrum or scaled Agile or disciplined Agile toolkit to handle that. So we have these things done through systems. It is like recruitment, faster hiring was done through a system, through a process. Then hiring even the L&D, right? Higher training, retention, and engagement happened because we did that experimenting and fast approach through systems where feedback loop was there. Agile involves only faster loops. Agile involves breaking it down into smaller pieces. Okay, if you carefully observe, every single Agile framework talks only about that. Agile talks about simplicity. Okay, please go ahead. Dipesh, you have some question as well.
Yeah, am I audible, Dr. Khan?
Yes.
So I have 3 points to understand. On the front of, can you go back to the 3 example slides?
Yeah.
The total time taken in each of the case studies for such transformation. Second, what are the technology and tools used? And what are the percentage element of the automation?
Okay, very good. Excellent. Superb. All great questions. Now, typical, I'll tell you how much time each of these implementations has taken. 3 to 4 months. Okay.
Oh, really? Very good.
So it doesn't, see, Agile doesn't go for too longer implementation. Guys, remember this. It adopts faster cycle, and it needs that 5 building blocks to work. So that roadshows, announcing it to the company, bringing their all involvement, and telling what is in it for them made a difference. So, and in terms of the technology wise, we use their own systems to create it as well. Like the LMS system, existing LMS was modified. Artificial intelligence, LLM coding can be done by anyone. Okay, so that was done. So tools were also simplified. We use their own systems, existing systems. because bringing a new tool and giving them to use it is like, telling this will work. It's not like one size fit all. That is another one good advantage with Agile, is it is not like one size fit all. Take your system and see where is the gaps. So that we use a lean mechanism, lean Agile philosophy. We look at where are the gaps, where are the hold times, where are the wait times. Can we reduce this? Can we get a buy-in that we can reduce this? And based on that, we alter the system. And the reporting, Kanban can be in the report format as well. It shows the visibility. This is what it is. So you can drag and drop and things like that. It helped in cutting down that unwanted activities and formulating it in the form of Kanban boards, right? So it all needs to, it needs an expertise to go deep into your system, get a buy-in, modify it to fit in for your purpose, not like general purpose from the industry. For your own purpose, is it working well in your case? Can I make it better for you? It's all about continuous improvement, right? See, your organizations are working. That means they are doing well. They are there. Can we make them better? Can we help you in the times of crisis by doing a proactive approach of doing a agile HR or artificial intelligence or automation within the system? That is important to think through. So if I have answered your query and also Mr. Prashant's query, that these doesn't take a lot of time, maximum 3-4 months time, you can do wonderful alterations to your system to adopt Agile.
Yes, Dr. Khan, thank you.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Khan. So just my last question in connection to the answer you shared.
Yeah.
So what are the things are required over a longer horizon to keep that consistency and adoption there? Here, what I mean to say is more from the upskilling, upgrade, and the OCM, organization change management. It doesn't come so easily.
Correct.
There is a lot of resistance. There is a human capital kind of a thing which goes various different professionals from junior, then fresher to the experience. So how does that thing gets aligned, and how much time does it take as well?
Yeah. That's a gradual process. You're right. It doesn't happen overnight. Especially change is the most resisted thing, right? So
Yes.
we build it from the leaders. We don't do it right from the bottommost level immediately. We first see there is a concept of servant leadership in today's world, right? Where we want even CEOs to think that they can remove the blockers for their teams. CEO should not say, I'm a CEO, I'm saying this, just do it. Even in the board meetings, we want the CEO should be like thinking like a partner, thinking everyone as a partner rather than thinking that, okay, I am giving it, you follow it. So it starts from the top down. Okay, so the mindset building, it has 4 major areas: the mindset, leadership, product, and delivery. We have a ACP program for that. It's from PMI as well. So I use a combination of that and this to create this, which is called Agile Certified Practitioners. And there is a disciplined Agile value stream consulting or disciplined Agile leadership. Now, PMI is going to come very strongly on corporates pushing for this disciplined Agile leadership. So I've been already practicing it. I'm creating a content for PMI on this. It's called disciplined Agile leadership. So we'll start from the CEO level, CFO level, at that level, or VP level. Let's say they are all, they don't want to get involved right now, but we can even start at the VP level because most of the decisions and all will flow from there as well, right? So we can start at there. And then we go to the next program management, project management, and all those things. And same goes with the HR levels as well, like CHROs, all CHROs first. If you get a buy-in, if you are all in for something like this for your organization, that would be the first level transformation. And then gradually it goes to the next level. And this is how we can have everyone validated whether you are really Agile HR or not Agile HR, right? So it'll eventually come with the gamification approach on our evaluation is all gamified. Even the assessment, which you have the 10 questions, it's slightly gamified, which will tell you where do you stand in the rank and everything. What is you will see the feel. It's simple questions. I have given a very simple set of questions, not very complex, but it will make you think why this, why that, and all those things. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Khan. After this session, definitely like
We'll
to
get in
connect and take the things ahead on the test.
Yes, absolutely. So test is here right now. I'll show you. There's a test link. I think I have given it in the chat box. Now, some people may be from a different country as well. So in general, you can use this, OneDemi, that is www.onedemi.com/free test. There is a HR Agile certification, foundation, that thing, the 10 questions are there. It'll give you scoring, it'll give you an analysis. It's for your own purpose. And with that, my team would send out a certificate as well for participation. And yeah, great. Hope you enjoyed it, Samuel, that test.
Yeah, definitely. So after this session, we are going to jump into the test. Definitely.
Okay, great. So this is what it is, the test link. And I think I've given it in the chat box. And these are my contacts. Like I'm on LinkedIn as well. There already. I think some of you might be connected. My direct contact numbers and my team's email ID is there. So if you want to reach, and please, Ash, go ahead. You have some question.
Yeah, I'm Ashok here. Ashok Sharma here.
Yes.
My question is, all three company example you have shown, very nice and very impressive and very, result oriented.
Yeah.
The question comes in HR mostly how to measure it. So while you are showing the result now, what was the case before? So how you kept those data, how you measured those data before, and then after implementing those practices, the new result is shown here. So what are the consideration done for understanding that what level we are now, and we are going to implement certain practices and what result we are going to get? That process, can you highlight something?
Excellent. So yeah, we generally do kind of a roadshow, understand like a discovery call, understand where what is the real expectation from the business side. I start from the business side of it, because HR is no more different from the business side of it, right? What is the vision of the company? What do we want to achieve as a company? Where we have the biggest blockers? All those will come out in the discussion, sometimes even one-to-one, sometimes in a group. People come up with a group of leaders will come up and have a face-to-face discussion or a virtual discussion, and they share their thought process as to what is that they are expecting. What is that pain point they are facing, right? Then I go deep into each of the processes, like business processes, understand the recruitment cycle, understand the the employee management engagement cycle, the performance management, and training and development, and everything, including hire, retire, and all those things, right? That process, and where we had real challenges, look at the trend, the statistics, everything, all will give us an input of as a situation. We know the to be situation from the management, right? Like where they want to be. So that gap will be there. So we'll help in bridging that gap. So it's called gap analysis. So we do a gap analysis workshop again to understand, how company can fit in within the existing system. Okay. Ideally, we should not try to reinvent the wheel too much than use the current system, because we want to make it efficient for the organization. So we don't want to create, okay, take this tool and start working. No, we want to know what is the, even if it's Excel, it should be what are the different Excel tools which you're using or templates. We'll try to modify that if we need to. That will help in faster adoption.
Yeah,
that is a faster adoption approach which we do. We take the structured approach. Then we do roadshows, we gauge, we take surveys. We don't do just without feedbacks. Everything is feedback based. Like the surveys and leadership feedbacks, and the people who are going through the transformation, their feedbacks. If you are doing some trainings, that those feedbacks, all those will be accumulated, and then we become a partner in the journey in terms of implementing and making it happen. And only when we are confident, yeah, it's all fine, then we say yes, we are live with this structure.
My just adding point here, when we start a consultancy, the organization, they have a many pain areas, no? But then out of that, you may be selecting 4 or 5 areas.
Yes.
This is the area. Is this the way it is working?
Yeah, always the topmost area. We don't go for everything. We take the most critical area first and we implement that.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Thomas, please.
Yeah. 2 questions. One is, this is from a consulting perspective. So you mentioned about, trying to infuse AI on the existing systems that the companies already have, right? So do you analyze the existing tools or LMS platforms, whatever it is? Because see, the question comes in 2 formats. One is I'm planning to change the tool system here. That is one. Instead, if this is a more effective way of identifying where the gaps are and trying to promote the personalized learning by infusing AI, we would like to explore more on that, and we will get back to you through your coordinates.
Absolutely. We definitely review your existing system as well. And before that, the overall larger vision and what we want to achieve, and then we will take it to the system level.
Okay. And this is shun away from the competency framework. I'm not talking about the actual skill gap analysis, but how do we analyze the first part of analyzing the existing tool and then trying to bring in some personalized AI infusions?
It follows the same gap analysis. Like we look at what is the gap which is there in the industry, what we want to do it here and make it better.
Understand. So we will probably deep dive into it when we meet up. Yeah.
Absolutely, Mr.
And the second question is, I've already completed the assessment, so would also like to know the right answers. So there were some errors.
You will get the answers there. If you see, once you submit, it will give you the answers and solutioning as well, like what exactly was there.
Maybe I missed it. I just scored 80, but I missed out 2 answers.
So you will get to know that answers there. You will see the analysis as well. Very good.
Thank you.
That's an excellent score, by the way. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I think someone wanted the test. Let me just put the chat again. Yeah, I'm giving the test link again, guys. You can use this test link from anywhere in the world. It doesn't stop you. You can use your email ID as well. Yeah, this is a link. You can see www.onedemi.com/free test. I've kept HR Agile test there. There are other free tests as well. Just look at HR Agile. It'll give you the foundational level checks and a certificate as well for attending this.
Dr. Khan, I completed the test, but where does it provides the
my team will send out the certificate next week. By 6th maximum, they'll send out all the certificates.
Okay, fine. All right, thank you.
And Dr. Khan, there are 5 numbers of tests are there in that link.
Yeah.
So we have to
take only HR Agile. There is a HR Agile clearly mentioned.
1 minute. HR Agile. No, it is talking about PMI, ACP latest, business environment, process practice.
Yeah. Click the ACP latest. You can see the screen, no? This one. This is
okay.
And when you click that, you'll see this attempt.
Okay. Yes. Now I can see the HR Agile. Okay.
This HR Agile Certified Foundation. So you can put your number in case you don't want to give number. You want to have email. It'll give you an option there.
Okay.
So yeah.
Sure. Thank you. I'll just take an attempt now.
Everyone gets an access. You just have to go through this free tests, and in that free test, PMI ACP latest, and there you have HR Agile Certified Foundation exam. This is the shortest link to that. Okay, great. Any more questions? Anyone? Hope you enjoyed the session. Yes, no? Okay.
Yeah. Yes, very much. It's pretty insightful, and being a transformation leader actually does help a lot in getting much more. Thank you so much, Dr. Khan.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ranjan. Thank you everyone for sparing your time. I think I gave you back half an hour as well, so that you can have your Saturday. And within the short time, I hopefully I gave some deep insights which will help you later on as well. Thank you so much.
Definitely. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you. And just my LinkedIn link is there. If you want to connect, we can take it forward. I am very active in LinkedIn as such. Okay. I don't use any other social media much. This is only one tool which I have been using because I have so many CXO connects within LinkedIn itself. So this is the one thing which
Can the link be pasted in the chat so that we can?
I'm sharing right now.
Yeah, please.
This is a link. So thank you once again. Please feel free to connect there, and we will definitely take it forward. You can have discussions in terms of how we can make some changes. I'm very happy to support in this journey as well. Thank you once again. Over to Ritika.
So Azman, this was such an interactive session. Thank you so much. It was really wonderful.
Thank you.
You all know how much the participants enjoyed, and they are very much insightful about this. And should we call it a day?
Thank you.
Okay. Also, the test link, I'll be posting it on the feedback mail as well. You can use it from there. Thank you so much, everybody.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Happy weekend.